We'll switch over. Hi. Hey, look at me! I'm Blue Ross! Looky here, I'm Blue Ross! Hi. Okay. Hi. Welcome. I am going to be following a Bob Ross tutorial with digital art. Yeah. Because I'm crazy. I'm weird. Crazy and I'm weird. I think that's bit on brand. Yeah. Pretty on brand. Much. Is I'll have a Bob Ross video on, but I won't be looking at it. Instead, I'll be listening to Bob Ross's instructions. Yeah. So, I got my coffee. And I got some water on the side. Let's get started, shall we? I know. Here we go. Hold on, let me turn it up a bit. No way, I don't want any copyright audio. Hang on, I'm adjusting it. Okay, that should be good.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the 10th Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, I hope you grab a few paints and some brushes and come along and paint with us.
If you want to follow along with the audio as well.
Thank you for inviting me back again. So I tell you what, let's have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to do this painting with me, and they'll come across in the same order that I have them on the palette, starting with a titanium white and working all the way around.
Oh, frick, I won't be seeing it.
Stand up here and talk a second.
Oops.
But this is an 18 by 24 canvas.
18 by 24
pre-stretched
Really
canvas.
landscape.
And I've covered it with
Okay.
a nice thin even coat of the liquid white, which makes it wet,
Oh,
makes
frick.
it slick.
Thick of white.
It allows us to actually blend color right here on the canvas. So
Shut
we
up.
have that ready. So let's get together and let's do a fantastic painting. I'm gonna start off today with a small amount of phthalo blue, and we'll just take and pull a little bit out and then tap the brush.
Halo
That
blue.
assures a nice even distribution of color through the brush. Just tap it. Just tap like so. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, let's start right up in here, and we'll use little crisscross strokes. Just make little X's. And let's put in a happy little cloud, little sky. Okay.
Yeah, what the frick?
The color.
Frick is going on?
This thing
Ah!
we'll use in here, and we'll use little crisscross strokes. Just in here, and we'll use little crisscross strokes.
Hey, crisscross.
Just make little X's. Let's put in a happy little cloud, little sky.
Happy little cloud, happy sky.
The color, and this phthalo blue is very pretty. It's bright and shiny. It's a happy color.
Oh, bright and shiny? Hang on. I got it bright.
Continually use these little crisscross strokes and allow the color to, it just literally blends with the liquid white.
Oh, frick.
And as you work downward here, and you get all these fantastic little effects automatically. See, isn't that easy? That easy.
Just
You have a little
brass.
sky.
I gotta delete this.
There.
Screwing over.
Yeah, well I have this
Lovely sky, lovely sky.
the least little amount of phthalo blue. Or phthalo green, I mean. So we have phthalo blue and phthalo green. Just a small amount of the green. Very
Phthalo
strong.
green.
Go back up here. maybe we'll have a little water in here. So we'll just pull right across like this. Very
Vertical
gentle.
across.
And pull from the outside in.
Outside in. Okay.
There. So you try to pull though from the outside in. If you start here and come across, it'll leave a great big mark. It's very hard to blend out. And we want to make this as easy as possible. And here, all we'll do is just blend that together. And that little light area remains right here, and it sort of gives the illusion of a silhouette of light coming across there. Just a little shiny area. Okay, let's wash our brush now. If you've painted with me before, you know this is the fun part. And we wash our brushes with odorless thinner. Shake off the excess, and then
Beat the devil out of it. Oh, hi.
all right, now with a nice clean brush, now we'll go right
That's
back
me.
up here.
Hi, welcome in. I am trying to
Just
follow.
blend this guy out a little bit.
And blend this guy.
Do a little crisscross strokes.
Crisscross, crisscross.
Now you can work
I'm
this guy
trying
till it's
to-
absolutely dead, or you can leave some of these little dark and light areas in it to give it some life.
I'm trying to follow Boss Rock
Gently, we'll blend it to take
Bob
out the brush
Ross
strokes right across the bottom.
tutorial.
And we have a happy
That's not the tutorial. Email I want it. Lol. Hi, welcome. I'm following a Bob Ross tutorial.
Okay,
Oh,
now then, let's make some big fluffy clouds today.
big fluffy clouds.
Into the titanium white with a 1-inch brush.
Titanium
Pick up the least little
Dim.
touch of the bright red. Very
Right.
small amount.
red.
It's very strong. Eat up your whole world. Okay, load a lot of paint into the brush. Let's go up here now. Now
Okay.
here's the happy little clouds that just sort of
Pink.
float right around in the sky and have fun.
Right around the
Just sorta
sky.
Mix them up on here.
Ah, fun!
Free.
Uh,
Let them play.
ah!
Maybe he comes right off in here and goes off the top of the canvas.
Should zoom out.
Wherever. This is your world.
Yes, this is my world. My world is chaos. I'm liking this guy. Cool. Thank you. I am kind of not vibing with it myself, but I guess. You guys think I'm
You
lost?
can put as many or as few as you want. Okay, now then, we'll take a clean, dry, be sure it's dry, 2-inch brush, and I'm going to just gently blend it using tiny little circular strokes.
Okay.
Tiny
Blend
little
it?
strokes. And just blend
I'll
this
do-
together. Just blend it.
Blend it.
Just sort of mix it up.
I'll just use white.
Then we're going to lift it. This sort of fluffs the cloud. Just fluffs it right up, like so.
Oh, I supposed to
And then very
paint
light.
clouds.
There we go.
Whatever.
Fantastic.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Okay. Shoot, we're just going right along here. Tell you what, I lived in Alaska, oh, gosh, nearly 14 years or so, and I really like mountains. So let's do a fantastic little mountain today. I'm going to take some black, some Prussian blue,
Black, Persian
black
blue.
brown. We'll put some alizarin crimson in there too. Be careful with the crimson, or your mountain will turn purple, which is all right. That's all right. They wrote a
Here.
beautiful song about purple mountains. Pull it
Purple
out very
mountains.
flat.
Oh, I like a
So
purple.
you have a small roll of paint right out of the edge of the knife. There you go. Let's go up here. Now then, you have to make an almighty decision. Where's your mountain live? I think he's going to live. He is now. Right there. Right there.
How do I
There's a bump there.
hear scraping noises? How do I recreate that?
Just sort of make a decision.
Ah!
But it-
I like recreate
mountains
that.
grow in all kinds of shapes and colors, and there, you're restricted only by your imagination. Pull this right over like that. Now scrape off all the excess paint. Here I'm just really using firm pressure, pushing that paint right into the fabric. Now then, we'll take a 2-inch brush. I want to grab it and pull. This removes excess paint and blends it out so it gets lighter at the bottom.
Lighter
See
at the
entire
bottom.
mountain.
Okay.
It's always lighter at the bottom than it is at the top because we have mist and pollution and all those things that break up and diffuse light.
Okay.
See? Because this is wet, so you can just move this paint. You can pull it. You can move it all over the canvas. this was a dry canvas, you'd be in Agony City right now. There we go. Now let's go back to the knife. And let's put some snow on this mountain. For that, I'll take the titanium white and pull it
Titanium
up
white.
very flat. And then cut across to get that little roll of paint again. See there? Okay, let's go back up here. Now,
Okay, I think
where
I.
the light's coming from. You have to start making some big decisions now. If you're right-handed, normally it's easier for the light to come from the right side. So let's go right here. Touch, no pressure. Just the weight of the knife. No pressure. You see there? Let it
I'm
float
going
right
too fast.
down the side of that mountain. Look at there. Look at there. See? Just follow the angles in your mountain and let it float. Absolutely no pressure. No pressure. Pretend that if you're not careful, your hand will just literally float away.
I want to float away
Very soft.
because
very
this is
gentle.
like,
There we
not so great.
See, and then you have to make big decisions. Maybe this peak right here. Oh, look here. Look here. There it comes. See? See? You can bring it right in front. You can move mountains. You can do anything on this canvas. On this canvas, you have total power. Absolutely. Now then, let's put some shadows in there. For that, I want to take some white. We'll put a little Prussian blue in it.
Persian blue.
Just white and Prussian blue. Mix it up till it's about that color. Pull it out very flat again. Cut across. Once again, we have that small roll of paint. It's very important how you load this knife. Okay, let's go back up here. I want to touch and just pull down. Now we're following the angles on the other side of the mountain. Watch here. I want to push that back. So we'll come here, and then I'll come distinctly through. See how it pushes that peak right back?
No, I cannot see what's going on.
It's easy to do. You can do it. You really can do it. There's no big.
Yes, yes, I can do it, Bob Ross. I can. Am I doing it? Am I doing it?
There.
Yeah.
we
Let
go.
me...
Look at that. See, when you put those shadows in there, everything just sort of pops out at you. It brings it alive. The shadows are very important. So now we have a little hunk of paint right here that doesn't look like much until we add a shadow under it. See there, you add a shadow and it becomes a separate entity. Becomes a ridge all by itself. Come right over in here. And just pull in all kinds of happy things. And you can move these mountains anywhere that you want them. Watch here. Sometimes it's fun just to play some games. You can come right down in here and look at there. Look at there. There's another peak. That easy.
Peek.
That
Hey.
easy. But when you put the shadow in here, then it really becomes a personality all on its own. See, you can create little ridges wherever you want them. And it's just a game of angles. Mountains are just geometric shapes.
Nice. It's a game of angles.
Take,
Let's see how that's.
maybe I'll bring this one distinctly in front of that. See there? And it pushes that mountain back. This is one of the ways that you
Yes,
create
yes, I can.
depth and
Before-
distance in your painting.
Or-
Just work with different planes.
The
There we go.
encouragement. I appreciate it.
I get carried away sometimes. I really like to paint mountains, and I'd cover up the whole canvas with mountains. And that's not bad when you're learning. Take an old canvas and start at the top and paint all the way down with mountains, and then just zip them right off and do it again. That's the way you learn. If there's a secret to anything, it's practice. Just practice. And you really can do this. I get hundreds and hundreds of letters from people all over the country, just like you and I, and they're painting beautiful pictures. Well, some of the series we've showed some of the photographs that people have sent. It's almost unbelievable.
I'm just gonna.
There. All I'm doing is tapping and then lifting upward. The lifting upward like that removes the tap marks and creates that nice soft misty area down there. And over here we follow these angles. Always follow the angles that you've created in your mountains. See there? Isn't that easy? We got a happy mountain.
Hey, we got mountains.
Okay. Let's make some little footy hills back here.
Pretty hills. Okay,
Mix up
okay.
some color. I'll just use this mountain color and let's let's put some white with it and see what we have here. So that's just mainly some blue and black, alizarin crimson, and to that I'm going to add the least little touch of sap green, just to give it a little greenish color.
Is that green? Okay. I think use
Part
this
of it here, I'm going to
color mixing.
add some white and make it even lighter.
Ah!
Just like so. Okay. Let me clean my knife. And then let's use a different brush today. This is an oval brush. Maybe we can get a close-up shot of it. It's a little different. See, it's sort of round. This is an oval. It's a little different. Watch here, though. I'm going to fill it full of that color we just made. Just really load it full of paint. Okay, let's go right up here.
Right.
Now then, you have to make a big decision. Let's say a little footy hill lives right here, and all I'm doing is just tapping. Isn't that fantastic? Look at all the little
The footy hill
things in there.
is
Looks like just the tops of thousands of little trees far off in the distance. Look at
hill.
that. Look at there. Look at there. See? Isn't that a super easy way to make little footy hills? Now with a clean dry brush, I want to create some mist at the base of this. So all
Mist?
I'm going to do is just tap the base. Just the base down here. Don't tap the top. Soften it.
Base.
Then
Make
give it
mist.
a little tiny upward lift. Now then, I'm going into the same color, only a little bit darker. Just a little darker.
A little
Move the
darker.
brush the same way. Okay, let's go back up here. Maybe there's another little footy hill, and he lives right here. By being a little darker, it stands out. As things get closer to you in a landscape, they should get darker.
Down here.
Darker in color. Look at that. See there? Maybe. There.
Right here.
See how easy that is? Painting does not have to be difficult. Does not have to be difficult. You don't have to be blessed by Michelangelo at birth to be able to paint. You can do it. And it's fun. There we go.
Right here.
Tap in a little bit of mist, just like so.
Oh, mist.
Give it a
Time.
little upward lift. And you can make layer after layer after layer. Take a little more of that color, same color, just a little darker. Watch here. Maybe you want to come right in here and put the indication of another one. There's no limit, but they need to get a little darker as they work forward. Look at there. If I'm not careful, I'm going to cover up the whole canvas with foothills and mountains. There we go. Isn't that easy? We have several layers of foothills, and these different layers are planes. Once again, this is what causes a depth in your painting and really makes it look good. Of course, we're not interested in making money, but should you ever be looking for that happy buck when you're painting, this is what sells paintings. Let's have some fun here. We'll take some black,
Yeah, just go with it.
Russian blue, sap green. We'll throw in some alizarin crimson too. What the heck? Good dark color. Should look black. Let me clean the knife.
This green.
Okay, now
And-
use a fan brush. Load it full of paint. A lot of paint. Both sides. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe there's some little evergreens that live back here in the distance. Here, I'm just going to take and tap downward. Just some little trees. They're not all evergreens, maybe. There's all kind of trees.
A tree.
Just tap downward. Tap it downward. See there? Now these are a little closer, so you're beginning to see a little more detail. A little more detail.
Right there, up close. Tap. Tap.
There, now, maybe. Ooh, there's a nice one. See, just tap downward, though. It makes those nice little happy tops up there. And don't make them all real even, because then they look like fence posts down there. Give them some character.
Up.
There we go. Okay. There. Now this color is a little darker, so it stands out. Now let's have some fun. When I was a traditional painter, one thing that used to drive me crazy was reflections. Watch here on a wet canvas, though. All you do is grab it and pull it down. Just grab and pull down, straight down.
Grab and pull
When
down.
the trees are taller, pull down a little further. Look at that, look at that. Instant reflections. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's one of the things that works the best in
It's
this
fun.
method of painting, is reflections. Just pull it straight down, and then very lightly, 3 hairs and some air. Just go across. and it creates the illusion of water. Yeah, then take a little of the liquid white on my knife,
Knife.
and we'll get a touch of the dark sienna and add to that, just the least little touch. There, just to dull it down.
Dark sienna, that's a
Yeah, then
dark.
when you load this knife,
No.
take and cut across like that. See, cut right across. See, pull it out flat and then cut across. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, come straight into the canvas, push very firmly, and just cut in a happy little water line. And keep this basically straight. You can go anywhere you want to go, but the individual strokes should be straight. Otherwise, your water's going to look like it's running right out of your painting and get your floor wet. You're going to be upset with me. We want you to be
That'd be
happy.
nice.
There. See? Maybe a little ripple here and there. All kinds of happy little things.
Happy little things, yay.
Yeah, easy, you got it. Now you can take a clean fan brush with at least a little bit of white on it and make it look like little tree trunks far away just by lifting upward. Just far back in the distance. Just barely touch it and lift straight up. There, just a few. Don't overdo. Wash the old brush. And let's have some fun now. Shoot. Let's have some fun. Go mix up a bunch of dark. We'll take some of the Midnight Black, Prussian Blue. We'll even throw some Van Dyke Brown in there, Alizarin Crimson, Sap Green, just all the dark colors basically, it doesn't matter. Make a big water paint. Okay, let me clean the old knife off here. And let's have some fun.
Gold.
Let's get a big brush. And I'm going to load this full of paint. So often we avoid this big brush because of its size, but the big brush can do fantastic things. Wiggle it. Wiggle it. That loads the bristles full, and pull it. That makes it very sharp.
Big brush.
And we're loading this brush to a chisel edge. It takes a lot of paint in the brush. You need enough paint to hold the bristles together. See how sharp that is? Very good. That's a chisel edge. Let's go up here. Now then, maybe, tell you what, maybe a happy little evergreen lives right there. We touch, then just the corner of the brush,
Corner of the
begin working back and forth. And we got to put some arms on this tree. Got to give him some little arms so he can reach up and gather the sun up. Look at there. Look at there. Reload your brush for each tree. Each tree. There we go. Corner. And you sort of make those bristles bend downward. Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. And you can put as many or as few trees as you want. Many or as few. Maybe. Yep, let's have a third one there. We don't want them to get lonely. You know, even trees need a friend. We all have to have a friend, so we just...
Yes, let's all be friends. Trees need friends. That's why we plant many of them.
Some leaf trees. To do that, we pull the brush through the paint like so. One direction. Pull it firmly through the paint. And that rounds one corner. See there? Gives it sort of a rounded look. There we are. Now, with that rounded corner toward the top, let's go right up here. Let's put a happy tree that lives right here. Touch and give it a little push. Just bend the bristles. See there? And then form your tree. Just like so. It's that easy.
Corrected.
Just form your basic shapes.
Sometimes
Sometimes you get carried away and just keep going there. What
But
the
in
heck?
the-
We'll just push that little lake way back in the distance. What the heck? When you have this kind of power, you can move lakes anywhere you want them. We'll put a happy tree right here. There he comes. Just bring all that right on together. There. And here, all I'm doing is putting in some dark color. We'll come back and we'll highlight all these. Look at that. And that quick with a big old brush, you got that all blocked in. Now let's put some, I'll take some dark sienna.
Okay.
White.
dark
Pull it out
sienna
there, get that small roll of paint, like so. Okay.
and white.
Right up here. And we just put the indication of a happy little tree trunk here and there. See there? That easy.
Okay.
Just sort of touch, give it a little sideward pull. And maybe there's some back in here. We don't know how many trees live in there. take the point of the knife, you can put some old dead sticks and twigs on there. That easy. Okay. Let's take some white,
Okay.
brown.
White.
Add at least a little touch of blue into that,
White.
like so. Cut across.
Frick, this.
Maybe there's a little tree trunk. It lives right
Oh,
here.
no!
See? And you can put these everywhere you want to. Watch here. You can just take the knife and scrape in all kinds of little things. When this is all finished, some of these will show, and people will think you spent just days and days working with your little one-haired brush putting them in. Don't tell them any different. Shh. Keep our secret. Now let's take a 1-inch brush, and I'm going to dip it right into some of the liquid white. I'm going to yellow, and I'm reach up here and grab some sap green.
White.
So I've got cad yellow, sap green, and there's a little liquid white on the brush. That makes the paint thinner. Thin paint will stick to a thick paint. Now, let's put some leaves on this. This is what begins bringing this painting alive. And worry about little forms here. Don't just throw them on at random. See? Make little forms. Think about there's all kind of little individual limbs living in there. All right. We can add some yellow ochre to that. And put another happy little bush. And you can put as many or as few bushes as you want. But do the bush that you think is the farthest away first, and then work forward. That way you have layers of bushes. Add a little Indian yellow to that. But these layers, once again, I know you get tired of hearing it, but it's important. These layers create the illusion of distance in your painting. Here I'm using the brush sideways and just, can you see that? Pushing it upward. That's all there is to it. Push and bend. Okay. Let's go over here on the other side. Now you have to start making some big decisions. Big decisions. There's trees that live in here. So you have to sort of pick them out. Pull them out. There they are. See that? There he is. Here's one back here. Just decide where trees live in your world and put them in. Put them in. Maybe we'll use, I want to add a touch of the bright red here. Boy, this'll make a nice one. Don't go too crazy with this red. It's a fireball.
Okay. Red.
There's a nice little color. And right in here, we'll have another little bush. See, but they're just layered, one after the other. One after the other. Looks like a nice place to go fishing. Now then, I'm going to add a little more of the sap green. Just bring this brush to a nice chisel edge. I'll go up here and put on a little bit of highlight onto the evergreens. See there? Don't kill all your dark. Be careful not to kill all your dark areas. They're very important. There. Okay, there we go. A little bit on this tree. Don't want him left out. Don't want him left out.
Don't leave any tree.
If you had a beautiful place like this, you'd have to have a way to get up here and catch that big trout that lives in there. I know there's a trout lives in there. Let's take some Van Dyke Brown. And let's go right in here. And maybe there's a happy little path. See how easy a little path is to make? There he goes. And we're going to let him go around behind that tree. We don't know where it goes. It just goes right on around there and hides. We'll take some brown and some white. And then very lightly, barely touch. There's a little blue in there too. Brown, white, touch of blue. It makes gray. See? Just put some highlight on there. Now then, we want to set that path down into the painting. Let me get another 1-inch brush here. A little bit of the liquid white. Load it full of color. Now to set this path down into the painting, watch here. Push a few little bushes that come right over it. See? There's another happy little bush. And we just push that path right back. Look at there, it just disappeared. We don't know where it's going now. And we don't care.
Oh.
Like so. Then we can take the knife and very gently scrape in a few little sticks and twigs here and there. Let a few go right on over like that. And we'll take liner brush, a little bit of paint thinner on it, let's sign this. We'll call it finished.
Oh, it's
I
done.
hope you've enjoyed this, and I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again in the very near future. From all of us, happy painting. God bless.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, that was that. Want to sign this? There you go. Yay! Okay, let's see how it compares. Ah. Hang on, I gotta. Powering. Plus. Oh my god. Y'all. Okay, so here's mine. Bruh! What the heck is this? What is this? What is this? It's really, really good. Are you talking about this one? Because this is Bob Ross's. This is mine. You like mine? Thank you, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna save this. The our in peaks. There we go, and then I'll save this as a PNG. And then I'm gonna freaking wallow at my misery. Oh, you love the mountains? Thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, if you don't know the context of how this painting came to be, I guess it's good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at this one. I gotta stop looking at this one. Wait, no, I don't want to save it. Do not save. Okay. Okay. Let's do another Bob Ross painting. Okay, let's see. Oh, Northern White? Northern Lights? I wanna try Northern Lights. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and then paste this. Oh wait, copy, paste. There you go. Oh, let's let the credits play out.
Welcome back. Glad you could join me today. You know, they say that time really goes by when you're having fun, and here we find ourselves on our last show of this series. So I thought today, you know, since I lived in Alaska so long, I'd do a special Alaskan painting. So if you come on up here to the canvas, I'll tell you what we've already done. Now, I've taken a black canvas, as you can see. We painted this with
Oh, it's black?
black acrylic paint, allowed that to dry. And then on top of that, I've put all different kinds of transparent colors. I've put some, right in here, some alizarin crimson, over in here, some phthalo green, phthalo blue and green mixed all over the canvas. So it's completely covered with a thick paint. So it's all ready to go. So let's have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint this project with me. And I think
phthalo
we'll do some northern lights.
blue?
So come on up here and let's get started. I'm going to use the old fan brush today. So probably one of the best ways to do this is sort of take
And phthalo green.
just on this black canvas, you can draw in some basic shapes. And if you've never seen the
Okay.
northern lights, a lot of times they're in what they call curtains or just layers. Now, if in your part of the country there's no such thing as northern lights, you can do the same scene, leave the lights out, and maybe put a little moon in the sky, and it'll be just as effective. But once again,
Oh, you gotta head out? Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Gatsby.
start with the old fan brush, go right into titanium white.
Okay, fan brush,
We already
titanium
have all
white.
those beautiful colors on the canvas. So all we need is white. Let's go up here. Now, decide where these curtains or these lights are going to be and just begin tapping. See, all I'm doing is just tapping
Tap,
and tapping the color.
tap, tap, tap,
making
tap, tap, tap,
basic
tap,
shapes.
tap,
Just very basic shapes.
tap,
Put a little more paint where you want it to be a little brighter.
tap, 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 tap,
We
tap,
got
tap,
one
tap.
going right across here. And I'm just tapping titanium white on there. Sometimes there's little ridges and they bounce around, and there it comes. See? Just right on around.
Tap, 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 tap,
Right on around.
tap, tap, tap.
And we will have 3
Tap,
layers
tap, tap, tap,
of
tap,
lights in this
tap.
painting.
Oh, 3?
And you can have as many
I'm
as
going.
you want or as few as you want.
You know what, I'll do 3.
Up to you.
Tap,
Now then.
tap, tap,
Now then.
tap.
This is where the fun starts. Let's take a 1-inch brush. And I'm going to begin grabbing this and lifting it upward. Just grab it and pop it. Just pop it up.
Oh, blending.
Okay, there we go. Now already you can see it begin picking up some of the different colors.
Ah,
And
not picking up anything.
like so. Let's grab this one, lift it
Right.
up. Well, Johnny Horton wrote a beautiful song about
Ah,
northern lights. Northern lights were running wild in the land of the midnight sun. And I lived there for over a dozen years, and that has to be one of the prettiest
I'm gonna have
places in
to.
the world. God was really having a good day when he made Alaska. Now then, I'm going to take the 2-inch brush and go all the way through this and lift up, all the way through. All the same angles, all the way. Look at that. There you go. And you can pull these as high as you want them. And some parts of the country, they don't see a lot of color in northern lights. They see maybe only whites or yellows. And you can do yours that way. Where I lived, right outside of Fairbanks in a little town called North Pole, sometimes we would see lights in every color in the rainbow. So that makes it a little more interesting. So I figured if I did a bunch of colors, you'd find your color in here somewhere. Okay, you see now right in here, this is where the crimson was, and you have sort of a lavender feel in here, and blue in here. Over here, there's a little phthalo green mixing with a phthalo blue. Makes some beautiful, beautiful colors in the sky. So let's wash the old brush. Give it a shake. Then just beat the devil out of it. And no painting of Alaska would be complete without an almighty mountain. Take a little bit of black, a little bit of phthalo blue. I'll even put a little Van Dyke brown in there. Very dark.
Hey, black. Phthalo blue.
Flat, cut across, get that little roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. Okay, let's go up here. You have to make a big decision. Where does your mountain live? Maybe right there. Takes very little paint because the canvas is already black. There, see? Put little bumps and hills and valleys, whatever you want in your mountain. Just
Yeah, I'm
drop
just gonna do the peak of it.
like so. And scrape off all the excess paint. You really, really can't scrape too hard. Then we'll take a large brush, grab it, and pull. This just basically removes excess paint. The more of this paint that you can get off,
Oh,
the easier the next layer is
frick.
to stick. So take off all of it that you can get off. This is also an excellent way using brush strokes
Right.
to begin laying out your highlights and shadows. See? See how you can pull all kinds of effects there? Maybe you want to see. And you're not committed. You can just keep changing this and playing with it. Maybe you want a little shadow. You can see there. It's that easy to find out how your highlights and shadows will look in there. Pull it through, or you can just keep going till you spend all day just playing there. Okay. Now then, let's use our old knife. we'll go into titanium white,
Okay, titanium
a
white.
bit of blue. Just a small amount of blue.
Titanium white. Blue?
Just enough to tin it. Good. Pull it out very flat, as flat as you can get it. Get tough with it. And come across, get that little roll of paint right under the edge of the knife. Just go back up here. Now then, let's have some snow just coming right down the side of this mountain.
No, coming down the side of this mountain.
No pressure. No pressure at all. Just let it flow.
Like how soothing
Want that paint to
his voice is, and here I am.
There you go. See it?
Big-
And you can wiggle that knife and cause all kinds of little effects to happen. Let it go. Okay, right up here on the top, we want a little bit of snow right up here. There. It comes right down. Maybe it joins together. You have to make big decisions here. There we go. Okay, now maybe there's some light striking right over here on that little ridge. Let's begin with our shadows. For the shadows, we'll take the blue and the white, mix it together,
Yeah, blue and white.
like so. Well, maybe we'll make that a little bit lighter. It's still a little dark for what I want. That's much better. Cut across it, our little roll of paint again. Okay? Now then, no pressure. No pressure. Just let it barely caress the canvas. And just begin laying in all kinds of little things. Anywhere you want a little ridge,
Oh, nope.
just drop it in. This is your painting, your world. You can do anything that you want here. A little bit right back here. See? Now we can take this one and pull it distinctly through, and it pushes that one right back. Did you know you had that kind of power? Could you push mountains around? Boy, when I go home, the only thing I can push around is a chair, but here I can push around anything. Mountains and trees and rivers. There we go. We'll put a happy little peak right up there.
Happy little peak. Right there.
Now we're using
Yeah.
very firm paint here. We want this paint to be as firm as possible.
No.
Look at that. Okay, now see this little point here
No.
needs to have its own private shadow. And if it doesn't have its own shadow, then it won't stand out like an individual.
I keep messing with the
And you
friggin'
can just
mountain.
bounce it back and forth here and play. Shoot, look at there. Maybe there's another one that lives right there. As many or as few as you want in your world. This is your creation. But each one of them, see here, now once again, right here, we need to have another shadow. See, there we go. And all the time, this is mixing with that beautiful color that's underneath. It allows all kinds of things to happen. Now, let's take a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and I'm going to gently tap, following the angles in the mountain. Always follow your angles. And tap more down here at the base than you do up here. Up here, you just barely want to whisper it. Down at the bottom, you want to tap it a little bit harder. If you begin collecting some paint on your brush, just beat the devil out of it, and that'll remove the excess paint right off your brush without going through a lot of cleaning. There we are. See how soft that's beginning to look? Over here, you follow these angles. Always pay attention to the angles in your mountain, and that's what you're looking for. There. Now then, very gently lift upward. This takes out all those little tap marks, softens, blends, creates the illusion of mist. Just like so. Isn't that easy? You have one fantastic mountain. Big
Wait,
sun
I'm making mist. I'm making mist! Yeah!
there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, we can play some more. That's fine, it's a fan brush. I think we'll just go right into this mixture we had before. We made the mountain with it. It was black,
I'm gonna.
phthalo blue, little Van Dyke brown, just mix them on the brush. Load that brush full of paint. Look at all the paints in there. Okay, let's go back up here. Maybe there's some happy little trees live back here. These are far away, and all we're looking for is just little indications, little evergreens that are far, far back in the distance. Far away. There. There we go. Okay, let's get a little more paint. So you're using the top part of that brush and just tap downward. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Now you don't want to kill all this misty area. If you kill this mist that's right up here, all that'll happen is these trees will run right into the mountain. You want them to stay separated. So don't kill your misty area. Save them. They're precious. They're good friends. Right here in this mountain area, they may be your best friends. So cherish them. There we go. So now if you get these too far apart, they're going to begin looking like fence posts. So if your little evergreens that are far in the distance begin looking like fence posts, chances are you just don't have enough. Add a few more and see if it doesn't help take care of that little problem. There we go. Isn't that easy? We got some happy little evergreens living way back here in the distance, all the way across.
Bob's.
Now then, we can take another fan brush, and I have several of them going here, so I don't have to continually wash them. We take a little blue and white. This was just a little of the shadow color is left over. Let's go up here. I want to just pop in some indication of some happy little tree trunks. Just on the bottom. Touch it,
Thanks.
pull it straight up.
Frick.
Just touch, pull straight up. Very lightly. Very lightly. Just enough to create a little light area down here at the base of these trees. Just makes them a little prettier. So you're playing light against dark, dark against light, continually. Continually. That's what painting's all about. Now then.
Ben.
Maybe. Way back there in the distance, we can start playing with a little detail. We'll take that same old black color, just put a lot of paint in the brush. Just black, blue. A lot of paint. Look at there. That brush is really full.
Okay.
Let's go right up in here and we'll just pop in a few little bushes. Don't want to kill all the little tree trunk areas that you made there.
Bushes?
Just a few. So that little light area now is your separator. It's your divider. There. Just like so. Now then, I'll go back to this fan brush. It's got mainly white
There.
on it.
Here we go.
Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add at least a little touch of the liquid white to it to make it a little thinner. Okay, let's go back up here. Now then, I want some bright things happening here. So I'm going to take this and begin pushing upward to create just some happy little grassy areas back here. Allow it to mix with that color it's underneath, all the blues and blacks. So it creates all kinds of little things.
I'm just making more
There we go. Maybe it comes right along in there, wherever you want.
stuff. Okay, I have no room for grass.
Maybe there's one out there.
Guess I'm not touching grass today.
Just sort of make a decision, let it happen. Now then, let's take a 2-inch brush and I'm just going to tap it into a little of the titanium white. Just gently tap it. You see? Okay, let's go up here. Now, I want a happy little reflection to live right underneath here. All you need is white because the color is already on the canvas. Just pull it straight down, and start where you want it to be the brightest, and then work outward in both directions.
Ah,
Automatically, it'll get
have
darker
no
as it works away
room.
from that area.
Have
Now,
no
with a
room.
brush, pull it down firmly, like so. Just pull it straight down, and then go lightly across. Look at that. Look at that.
Delete.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to take a little bit of liquid white and a little bit of titanium white and mix it together. Pull it out flat. Get a little roll of paint on the knife. Tiny little roll. There it is. And let's go up here and just put the indication of a little snow slaying right along the base of that, and just barely touching the canvas. Just barely touching it.
Oh.
And allow it to mix with that color that's underneath. Don't fight these. Just let them happen. There we are.
I covered a little grass for.
Tell you what, let's play a little. The blue and the black on the fan brush. Maybe right here lives an evergreen that's a little bigger. He's a little touch closer. And we'll drop him in right there. Just like that. And he lives right out there. We'll give him a little friend. We don't want him to be lonely. Just sitting right here watching the Northern Lights or Aurora Borealis, whatever you want to call it. It's easier to say Northern Lights. And I'm going to take a little touch of that blue and white mixture loaded on the fan brush and come right along here and just put the indication of a few little highlights. These trees are far away. I don't want too many. If you get too many, just take your dark paint, go right back over them. It'll eat it right up. All right. All right. Now then, let's have some fun. Let's put in some bigger trees. Same old color. Just use the blue and the black. Mix it well. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe. Yep, I see a big tree that lives right there. Start with just the corner of the fan brush. Work it back and forth. Back and forth. And as you work down the tree, add more and more pressure. Down here, you're getting tough. Oh, you're really taking out all your frustrations down here. There we go. Just really bang it in there. And maybe there's another tree here. See, start with a corner. Back and forth. Back and forth. See, I think everything's like people. I've made so many fantastic friends with painting. I think everything's got to have friends. Trees and bushes and everything needs friends.
Wait, there's bushes involved?
Everybody needs
Over.
I'm going over the other side over here. Shoot, let's get crazy. I want one that goes way up and goes all the way through this northern light. Now, there's
Oh.
many different ways to paint northern lights as there
Well,
are
Bros going.
painters. This is just one interpretation. This is what they look like to me where I live. Really makes a beautiful painting. And these black canvases, when you change the light source, the painting changes. You put this under 3 different lights, and you'd almost believe you had 3 different paintings. It changes that much. It's almost unbelievable. And at home, try these black canvases with any transparent color. Now, I've got letters that have asked me, how do I tell what color is transparent? There's a very, very simple test. In fact, I'll tell you what, while the camera's right there, I'll show you. Take a color like blue. Bring the camera right in here so we can see. See, if you take this blue and rub it on here, that still looks black. That color is transparent. Now then, let's take a color, okay, let's use bright red. That's a very opaque color. Now, when you put it there, ooh, see what happens? That color is not transparent.
Okay.
It will not do
I put a gigantic tree
what we're trying to do here. That's
next to the mountain.
Of course,
You'll probably
we're gonna
blend out the
draw
tree.
on the canvas. Hey, paint another tree. Trees cover up a multitude of sins. We'll have another one. Yeah, we'll put him right here. He's right there. There he is. This is still the blue and the midnight black.
Okay.
Just blue and black.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going to get a 1-inch brush. We'll use it for a little bit. Take that same color, the blue and the black. Shoot, we'll grab a little bit of this lighter color and put it in there. Pull that brush in one direction. Load it full of paint. It's a very dark blue. Okay, let's go right up here. And maybe we're going to have some happy little snow-covered bushes. So all we're doing is just beginning to lay in some of the very basic shapes. You're not looking for detail yet. Only very basic shapes.
Very basic shit.
Very basic.
Okay.
Okay, let's go right over in here. Maybe there's a happy bush. Yep, that's right there. Comes right on out. Boy, just wherever you want them. Wherever you want them. You can have as many or as few. Just let your imagination take you. If you've never been to Alaska, you're to go see it. It's almost unreal. I was born and raised in Florida, and I was almost 20 years old before I ever saw snow. And my favorite uncle, Uncle Sam, he sent me up there in January. Thought that would be funny. It was funny. I got off the plane. The first thing I did was stepped on the ice and fell on my bottom because I didn't know how to walk on ice. Now I'm taking some liquid white and going right into titanium white. Pull it in one direction. We'll put a little tiny bit of blue into that. One direction. Look at all the paint that's on that brush. It's really full. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, you begin picking out where all these little bushes live and just barely touch, give it a little push, and create all these little snow-covered bushes. In Alaska, they have ice fog. And ice fog occurs normally when it's about 30 below or colder. And it covers everything with frost. It is so beautiful. Trees look like they're in full foliage. It's so beautiful, and the light plays through it, and all these little ice-covered frosty things, they act like prisms, and they break up the light, and you see all colors in the trees. In the dead of winter, you can see you have to go see it. I can't explain it all to you. It's so pretty. But there's a nice bush. Just grows.
That seems like a nice.
And we'll put another one right there.
Let's hear it.
There they go. Just drop them in.
Eh.
Happy little bushes. Happy.
I mean, there's an.
There. Well, with the completion of this painting, this will end the 8th Joy of Painting series. It's hard for me to believe that we have over 100 shows now. Over 100 shows. Taking a little blue here, put a little highlight on these trees. I really hope you've got to see all the shows. If there's any of them that you've missed, you'd like to see them, give your station a call. Let them know. Let them know what you want to see. And when they need some help, give them a hand. There we are. Let's go over to this tree. Don't want him to be left out. There. Just here and there. Don't kill all the dark contrast. That's what makes it pretty. And you know me, I got to have a little cabin in here. So maybe with all this paint I have on here, I'm going to scrape out just the basic shape to get rid of that loose paint. It's also a good way to lay out your initial cabin shape. Start with a little bit of Van Dyke brown, and I'll mix some dark sienna right in that. Just mix them together. Pull it across. Need a little front on that cabin. A little bit right along here. You know, and as we're winding down this series, I'd like to take just a minute and thank the people here at the television station.
Okay, that's my cabin.
The finest crews in the country. And they make some of these beautiful television shows. And you never see them. They never get a thank you. But if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be any show. A little bit of brown and white here. Just to put some highlight on him. Give him a little door. Bloop. Now then, tell you what. Let's put some snow up here on his roof. Bloop. Just like so.
Yeah, that's it.
And that gives us a quick little cabin. We can just bring some snow right down like that. See how easy that is? Let's put some snow over here on the other side of the roof. We don't want that one to be left out. Put that wherever you want it.
Ta-da!
Some's coming there, just like that.
I wanna.
And pay attention to your angles when you're laying the snow in. Angles are very important. Very important.
I messed with the Northern Lights.
There we go. back in here, pick up some of the liquid white, go right into my titanium white, load the brush full, and let's pop a few more little bushes right in. Work in layers, completing the most distant part of your painting first and working forward. Just like so. A few little bushy things over in here, and we're on the verge of having a completed painting. You can take the knife, scratch through, let some of these little sticks and twigs show. And this one's about done. Once again, I'd like to thank you for being with me during this 8th Joy of Painting series. We have the 9th series under production already, so we'll see you again. From all of us here, happy painting. God bless.
Hey, happy painting! Yay! Yay! I think this is gonna be like the last. This will be the last one. This will be the last Bob Ross painting that I do today. I may do more in the future. This was fun. Really fun. And I think that's what Bob Ross would have wanted. Yeah, I wanna sign this. Or sign it then. Frick. I'll do it next to the cabin. Ah! Oh, there's a. I'm using blender brush. Frick. Yay! Yay! Okay. I'm gonna save this. Oh, I gotta. No! I was gonna. Wait. Forgot to actually name it. Ah! See. Location. I gotta entropy. Okay, I got it. No. Delete it. Okay. Save as, and then what's it called? Okay. Turn light. Go. And I save duplicate PNG. There we go. And now let's see what it actually. God, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible compared to his. Okay. Oh my god. Y'all. Look. There's his. And then here's mine. What the absolute frick? There's this! What even is this? Huh? Huh? Frick, what time? How long have I been alive? Only an hour. Only an hour and I feel like raging out. Wow. Okay. 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 I'm kind of mad at myself. Ah. Okay. I gotta chill the frick out. Ah. Okay, I gotta chill out. I gotta chill out. Okay. You know what? I did not expect Bob Ross to make me this pressed over art. Actually, let me turn this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I did not expect Bob Ross to make me rage this much. Or just this pressed. It's not. Sounds like I'm raging out. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'ma go. I'ma go. I'm done. This was unexpected, but it was fun. I think next time I'll actually look at the video while he's doing it and maybe actually use actual paint. Like, maybe do a handcam stream. Not tomorrow though, I'm planning on doing something else tomorrow. Well, yeah, thank you for watching. If we can raid someone. Who's live? Who even is live? We raid. The yeah, let's raid the Little Hawk. Let's raid the Little Hawk. I'm not typing, okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm done. Frick. And I think the difference is he's using real paint and I'm not. I'm using digital paint. None of them have like a scraping tool. Still, none of the tools that come with Clip Studio have a scrape tool, so yeah, I'ma just go. Y'all have fun with Little Hawk. Hey, as always, drink water, eat food, take care of yourself. Don't give yourself too much pressure. I know school's in session right now. So, yeah. Have fun. Bye-bye. One,